Today I'm standing at the entrance of Waterbury Park, one of Neal Signature Homes' newer communities right here in the heart of Lakewood Ranch. So Waterbury Park sits right at the corner of Masters Avenue and Bourneside Boulevard, just east of Lorraine Road, which means you've got really access to everything Lakewood Ranch is known for. And if you're new to the channel, Lakewood Ranch has been recognized as one of the top-selling multi-generational communities in the country year after year. So you're not just buying a house here, you're buying into the Lakewood Ranch ecosystem, the shopping, the dining, the top-tier amenities, all within a few minutes of wherever you land. Now, Waterbury Park is a gated community. It sits in Manatee County, and it's obviously built by Neal Signature Homes, who are known around here for their semi-custom approach. That's an important distinction I want you to understand early. You're not picking from 3 cookie-cutter floor plans off a shelf. You're going to make certain tweaks off the custom home option. Now let's talk about what you'll see when you drive through here. The first thing you'll notice is the home sites here are spacious and they're private. There's only 21 home sites in this community, so you're not on top of your neighbor, which is getting harder and harder to find now with new construction. A lot of what's being built out here is dense, much smaller lots, close setbacks, and this is the opposite of that with the distance between homes and the lots your home would actually sit on. Architecturally, these homes take their design cues from the British West Indies and modern farmhouse style. So you're going to see board and pattern siding, metal roof accents, big covered porches. It's a real look, not just a house with a roof on it. Now let me show you what one of these homes looks like on the inside, because I think this is where the value really shows up. This is the Seaside 2 floor plan, 3,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and the base price sitting right at around $1.5 million. Let's go take a look inside. The primary suite is its own retreat. You have a spa-inspired bathroom, large walk-in shower, and 2 closets attached to it with beautiful views to the pool as well. Out back, this particular home has a beautiful heated pool and spa screened lanai. Overlooking the water, you have a 2 to 3 car garage and just an overall beautiful feel. There are also walking trails built into the community here, so if you're someone who wants to get a morning walk or a run-in without leaving your neighborhood, that's already in place here for you. Also, a lot of these home sites back up to quiet lake views, as you can see behind me, and that's something you don't get in every community out here. Now, size-wise, we're talking a slightly larger home here. You got floor plans that run from over 3,100 square feet up to about 4,200, give or take. So if you've outgrown a smaller footprint and want some expansion in space, this may be an option worth considering for you. Here's my honest take, the stuff I'd actually tell you if you were sitting across from me in my office instead of watching this on YouTube. If you want brand new construction with real room to customize and you don't want to be squeezed into a smaller lot, I think this is worth taking a look at. The semi-custom process means you're sitting down with a design team and actually making decisions on finishes. That's a completely different experience than walking into a spec home where every choice has already been made for you. Now, price-wise, this is a luxury price point and it moves. So if budget is a factor for you, and it should always be a factor for you, and always have a conversation about that early on, not after you've fallen in love with a specific floor plan that you may not qualify for. Figure out your number before you get attached. What's the mortgage? What's the HOA? What's the CDD? What does the insurance maybe include? The whole picture, so you are comfortable in the financial situation that you're placing yourself in. So now let's talk some real numbers, because this is where I see buyers get surprised if nobody walks them through this ahead of time. And I'm estimating, but I'm trying to pull as close and accurate numbers as I can from the developer's official 2026 summary of association fees. So what you're hearing is pretty close to what the fees may be when you get here. Right now, there is a home on the market here, and that's going to be the Kingfisher 2 floor plan. That's going to be about 3,400 square feet, 3 beds, 4.5 baths, a 3-car garage, landing right around the $1.9 to $2 million price range. Now the HOA and maintenance fee is going to be just over $2,000, give or take, per quarter. So that's going to be reoccurring, ongoing costs billed every quarter. And the part that people miss is there's also a one-time initial assessment of a little over $8,300 collected separately at your closing. Now that's not your annual dues, that's an extra one-time charge on top of your regular HOA dues and anything else supporting the expenses in the community. I want to say that specifically because if you only budget for your quarterly HOA and you forget this exists, it can catch you off guard at the closing table, and I don't prefer to have anything catch my clients off guard while we're sitting at the closing table. Now there's also an O&M charge of just under $700, and importantly, this community carries no stewardship district debt, which is worth knowing if you've looked at other new construction communities where CDD debt service adds a much bigger number to your tax bill for years. Now for the schools, this address is zoned for Robert E. Willis Elementary, Nolan Middle, and Lakewood Ranch High School. Now one more honest note, the developer's own paperwork says these figures are estimates and subject to change. Now that's oral representations including what I'm telling you right now. They shouldn't be relied on over the actual disclosure documents. So treat this as a great grounded starting point and always get the current disclosure summary so when you come here we can take a look at the actual figures versus what the estimates are right now. So if Waterbury Park looks like something you'd want to see in person, I'd rather walk it with you than you have to go and see it alone. So please reach out and I'll set up a time to tour it together. And if you're just getting started exploring Lakewood Ranch in general, hit the subscribe button. I'm covering a new community almost every single week. This is Lakewood Ranch, Florida Living. I'm Deano Bonello, Michael Saunders and Company.